Okay, so another thing that you can know about variables is that there's a lot of math functions that are built into um, Python. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those now. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. So we've got big number and small number. So I'm going to create a new variable, which is called bigger number equals big number times small number. So this little mark here, the asterisk mark, means times. So let's go ahead and print bigger number, and let's see what we get. We should get 600, and we got 600. So there's also addition, of course. So we get 203. We can get big number divided by a small number, and for that you use the slash like a fraction. So big number over small number is divided by, and you don't need spaces. You could do it like this, but sometimes spaces make things easier to see. So we get 66.6666667. You can do exponents. So bigger number equals big number raised to, and that's the caret, raised to the second power, so that's squared, so that should be 4,000, I think. Oh, let's see. That didn't quite work. Print bigger number. I guess I just did plus. How do I do exponents? I don't remember, but it'll come back to me at some point. You can also do something called mod, which is really cool, which is the remainder. So let's say you have 103, okay, and your small number is 10. So what is big number equal, or bigger number, well, let's just not do that. Let's just say, we'll get rid of these variables too. So print 100 mod 10. So 10 goes into 100 10 times, so the remainder is 0, so it says 0. But if I say 101, the remainder is 1. If I say 107, the remainder is 7. So that's actually a useful function that we'll use probably a little bit later. Now we've already gone over the fact that variables can be numbers. So number equals 7 would be a variable, and bigger number equals 9. And we already did, we already took a look at what happens if you say print number plus bigger number, then it will print, it'll add them together. But there's another kind of variable that I want you to know about, and that's called a string. A string is a series of characters. So for example, first name equals Reed, and last name equals Maltzman. So I could say print, oh, it gave me an error. Reed is not defined. Did you mean something else? Maltzman is not defined. So I forgot to put it in quotes because strings need to be in quotes, and notice that it turns red. So I've got Reed and Maltzman here. All right, so now I can say print first name, and it will print Reed. And if I print first name plus last name, you can actually do some certain functions with strings. So let's see what happens. Print first name plus last name. I think you might be amused by that. Reed Maltzman. So if I actually wanted to print the whole name, I'd have to say print first name, comma, last name, and then it will actually insert a space between the two. Reed Maltzman. Or I can do it the other way around. I can say print last name, comma, first name. Now, if I wanted to have a comma between the two, like Maltzman, comma, Reed, I'd actually need to put the comma in there as well. So, comma, and that's going to be in quotes because it's part of the string, and I'm separating out the items with a comma, so then it works like that. And I know there's a way to get rid of that space, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's see, what else can you do? Oh, something cool you can do with strings is you can modify them a little bit. So you can use functions like upper. So check this out. First name dot upper. Okay, it's a function on first name. So I can say print first name upper. Let's see what happens. And it gives me all caps. Print first name, or print last name lower, and it made it all lowercase. So these are things you can do with strings. So strings are just a series of characters, and there are a couple of little functions you can do with strings.